Hey everyone, it's Tara. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a video on my top 5 nonfiction books. To make it into my nonfiction favorites, one, it has to be like it has impacted me in some way, or two, I've gained some sort of knowledge from it, or three, it's like broadened my perspective. So that's kind of how I rate or I judge nonfiction books. I don't do the normal like 5-star rating like I would do in fiction books. Just because most of the books that I read are like about, or most of the nonfiction books that I read are about like real people and their lives. So I don't feel like comfortable rating like 1 through 5 star. So anyways, number 5 is actually titled The Lives of Jack the Ripper's Women by Haley Rubenhold. This chronicles the lives of the 5 women who are largely believed to be killed by Jack the Ripper. It goes into depth, like into their lives or what their lives potentially could have been like back in that time period. So I just thought this one was like interesting because it shows a case that, you know, I've heard multiple times in multiple different ways with like a new perspective or a new viewpoint. So number 4 is Becoming by Michelle Obama. So this is Michelle Obama's memoir. This chronicles her experience that shaped her. I just thought this one was really like uplifting how she wrote it. And I listened to it on audiobook, so she narrated it. And it just seemed very like honest and like real. So I thought it was good. So it made it into my top 5. So number 3 is Know My Name, a memoir by Chanel Miller. This is Chanel Miller's account of her experience with a very public sexual assault trial and case. So this one was very eye-opening on how like victims of sexual assault are treated like by the court system. So number 2 is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. This is about the impact that Henrietta Lacks had on medical science through her HeLa cells that were used actually to help develop the polio vaccine. This one has a discussion of medical consent and almost like medical knowledge. Her cells were taken without her consent or her family's consent. And they ended up actually, the HeLa cells not only did the polio vaccine, but they are still used today for scientific research. So I thought that was quite interesting and kind of like how it chronicles after her death, and then also like her family and what they had to endure. So I thought it was quite impactful. So number 1, that probably impacted me the most and really like made me think and kind of like gain some knowledge and some perspective was No Visible Bruises, What We Don't Know About Domestic Violence Can Kill Us by Rachel Louise Snyder. And this one is actually like framed around key stories in the United States. And it looks at common myths about domestic violence and kind of things that we don't know or we overlook. And I thought it was quite impactful. Those are my top 5 nonfiction books. So you should definitely check them out if you are interested. Like, comment, and subscribe if you would like to, and I'll just talk to you all later. Bye.